How did these tragic figures cause others to suffer? Give specific examples from the literature. I personally thought that both Sebastian and Amabel, they gave both each other suffering, because in the beginning chapters, the ones that are bolded, it talks about her experiences with Sebastian and her nightmares and her dreams, and the fact that they're so comfortable with each other and they relied so deeply to each other, and once they were separated, that didn't even hurt them just physically but mentally, because they were always thinking about each other. And the fact that Amabel was going through giving other people suffering like Odette and still being reminded of Sebastian and still hurting herself.
Very nice.
So another tragic figure was, I think, Senora Valencia, and a specific reason why was because when she gave birth to her kids, when she saw her son, she was content and happy to see him. But when she saw her daughter, who was dark-skinned, unlike her brother, she told Annabelle, what if she's mistaken as one of your people? Which I think feeds into the fact that during in that time, people didn't want to look dark-skinned, or didn't want to be associated with those people, Haitians, and they were scared because they didn't want to be killed in the massacres.
Would you say people still have those feelings today?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
All right, interesting. All right.
Okay, so una figura trágica no voy a usar forzosamente una persona, pero voy a usar el lago, porque el lago fue una parte muy importante en la historia, que fue donde hicieron la masacre con todas las personas, y aparte fue donde los papás de Amabel, pues, a un lago se ahogaron, y donde sin querer ella mató a la señora. Entonces yo creo que fue un lugar trágico donde muchas cosas tristes pasaron, y pues eso causó, es más, hasta le pusieron un nombre, el lago de la masacre, Massacre Lake.
Yeah.
So, sí, yo creo que eso fue.
Very good.
So another one of the characters who caused suffering was Rafi the baby, which it wasn't his fault that he died, but he still died, which caused suffering to Senora, because that was her kid, and so it also caused suffering to his sister, because she didn't have her twin.
So it's just an indirect wave of suffering.
Yeah.
Very good.
I felt the same way about Joel. When he died, he didn't mean to cause suffering, because he didn't want to die, but he did, because yeah.
So overall, the parents, Amabel's original parents, they had a big impact on her life, because she nearly committed suicide from her nightmares and stuff.
Wow. Very good. What are you hearing so far about the animosity between the Haitians and the Dominicans? What does it sound like? What's going on here?
Some of them were accepted, like Valencia's son, because of his skin color. So he wasn't seen like his sister.
Ah, good. Oh.
So, I found this quote that kind of also stood out to me for the whole thing between the Dominicans and the Haitians, and it says on this island, walks too far in either direction, and people speak a different language. And he later goes on to say, "Tell me, does anyone like to have their house flooded with visitors to the point that the visitors replace their own children? How can a country be ours if we are in smaller numbers than the outsiders?" And I think that speaks a lot, because it's like the outside people just started to invade like the Haitians' country that they knew and loved before, and they called their home. But then, like the outside people kind of ruined it for them because now they're working away while they're just relaxing and being able to just do anything they want.
Very good. It's the idea that outside people come to your home and replace. All right. Are we here? I'll let her. I think you got it. Go for it. CJ.
I think generally a lot, almost all the characters were a tragic figure because almost everyone experienced some type of loss, and I think that was it was so important that loss was what they suffered, because loss is like something that can't really be imagined. When you have something, you can't really feel how it feels to lose that thing while you have it, and you won't know until you lose it. So I think it was really important that that's what everyone had to deal with, because it is such a monumental thing to go through.
Very good. Nathan.
Sure. Do you have anything to say?
All right. Let's get at this. All right. What are you supposed to? What am I supposed to? I'm a student in the class. What am I supposed to learn from this story? What's the overall message? What am I supposed to get? What am I supposed to get out of this thing?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, being I may get it better if I'd ever suffered a loss, and that is the losses that are described in this, the suffering, the pain, and all of that. What is the meaning of these things? What does it mean when we lose the people that we love, the people who are part of our lives, the people who gave us something? And not just lose them as in you spent your life with them, they spent their life with you, and then they pass away slowly, but tragically, suddenly, and horribly losing everything that they were and left with just these memories. I can't quite say what that means. What I can say is that the path with this is that it's you just keep going forward. You've lost this thing. You've lost your leg, or you've lost the love of your life, or you've lost your son, or you've lost your parents, or you've lost your beauty, or you've lost everything. You still have to go forward, and that's what you get from the last line of the book, which is, he, like me, was looking for the dawn, looking for the beginning of the next day, the new day, the tomorrow. And it's the past, the present, the future, the future. That's what you have to come to accept, that what you had is now gone, and what you have now is worse.
Awesome. Right, exact. Yeah. Dang, we're only in the first week, huh?
Wow.
All right. Anybody else? What are we supposed to learn from? All right, let me. Agarra la pelota. Lo puedes hacer en inglés o en español. What can you learn from people who live?
People like us, like my parents, we're just trying to see a better future for our families. For our families, and we just want the best for ourselves and just to move on and not look back. Yeah.
No, very good. Yeah. Anybody else comment? What are we supposed to learn from this thing? From these tragedies, from these things that happen? There you go.
So, for my sociology project, we're supposed to search up an article, right? And I was doing it about how like Trump wants to do the wall. And I saw this quote where it was like, it was by Karl Marx. It said, history repeats itself first as a tragedy, then as a farce. And a farce is that like it comes back as a joke, like exaggerated. And I think that people should learn about this because it's important to know that this could probably happen in the future. Well, I mean, it's happening right now, like with the border of Mexico and the U.S. And I think that people should know about this, and it teaches us from a different point of view in history of what happened.
Thank you. Yeah.
As she was saying, like, history can repeat itself. The president who did, like, initiate this massacre did get those ideologies from the spread of Nazism. So that did contribute to the overall outcome in Haiti. So, like how we were doing in the passage that we were reading yesterday, they don't even have it recorded in the history books. So imagine they're not even recording what has happened. That could lead to the discrimination continuing to go on, and that the future could hold something worse and not something that's improving.
Creole, Haitian Creole for a long time was a spoken language, and you would speak Haitian Creole, but you would write in French. Then many of the citizens who don't go to school don't have the written French, so it's an oral telling of stories. And when somebody is killed, you're killing a history sometimes. Thank you. That's okay.
So, like, off of what she was saying, how it's not even in the textbooks, they're basically just asking, like, people for that to happen again. Because, like, they're not learning about all the, like, the killings of the Haitians, and, like, they don't want to share that because they're fine with it happening again.
Yeah. It's true.
I've also come to notice, like, throughout history, like, we all know that if you don't record this, it's going to happen again, and you can see it now, it is. But I also think that it's partially because of ignorance, and then we're not willing to do anything about it, like negligence. It's kind of like a cycle. Like, it happens, you think about it, it's gone, and then it happens again. So I think the book was a good source of, like, retelling, but also keeping it in the minds of, like, the next generation, so that they know what happened in their past and to not let it happen.